6 Annoying Car Trends of 2023. What's up guys, how is it going? You may not have caught my video yesterday, but I'm back making videos for you guys now. I've been gone for a couple of years, but boy has the car industry moved on since then, and not everything is for the better. Here are 6 of the most annoying trends right now. Number 6. Massive touch screens. We get it, it's 2023. And we need screens coming out of every wall, floor, chair, fridge, and yes, of course, cars, but things have gotten a little out of hand. As vehicles are getting smarter, it makes sense to incorporate discrete touch screen to replace some physical knobs and buttons that you'll rarely use, like the navigation, music, and random settings. Some manufacturers, however, have started hiding features like glove box opening, heated seats, and even window controls in the touchscreen menu. Just give us the down buttons back. Before we know it, they'll have put the gear shifter in the touchscreen menu. The only caveat to this argument is that even controls buried 3 menus deep is way better than gesture controls, which, let's be honest, always sucks. Nobody wants to twirl their finger like that anyway. Number 5. Over-the-air updates. Over-the-air updates are supposedly a big step forward in the way vehicle software is maintained and updated. It sounds good in principle, however in practice, it doesn't always go to plan, best case being an annoyance and worst case basically bricking the car. For example, GM owners reported an issue in which, after a failed software update, they came to find their vehicle battery was drained. This issue was also reported to affect the 2023 Chevy Colorado and the 2023 GMC Canyon, as well as the Cadillac Lyriq. Ironically, to fix it, it needs, you guessed it, another software update. Who would have thought that now it's not just your phone that needs reception, but your car as well? Another one of the most famous over-the-air fails was Tesla's battery update, in which some Tesla Model S and X owners reported a sudden drop in vehicle range after the update. Tesla stated the update was to improve battery longevity, but the decrease in range, in some cases up to 30 miles or more, annoyed some owners. As you can imagine, BMW even thought it was a good idea to include heated seats in every car and offer it back to customers as a subscription service. How insane is that? Number 4. Piano. Black trim. Piano black trim is the glossy black finish that's often found these days on interior car trims, also found on consumer electronics. It's meant to add a feel of luxury and elegance to your vehicle, but also happens to be a massive pain in the ass. Firstly, it looks pretty good in some circumstances until the second you touch it with your freshly cleaned and sanitized hand, and now sorry, you've got a lifelong greasy fingerprint there. Try to clean it off, and instead of a fingerprint, you've just got greasy smudge instead. Lovely. What's worse is that it's always put right where your hand goes, like the touchscreen surround or the center console. If you manage to keep your hands off it, don't worry, the dust will get to it eventually, with every speck of dust glistening in the sun. Talking of glistening, the glare on piano black can be so bad that it interferes with your vision, exactly what you want in a car. Secondly, whilst it can look pretty nice, more and more budget manufacturers have begun to choose it, and obviously, to save costs, something has gotten lost in translation. This leads to trim that more closely resembles that bargain basement electronic item you regret buying on Wish.com rather than a slick black Steinway piano key. Number 3. Fake exhaust pipes. This has been a trend going on for a few years now, but it hasn't showed any sign of slowing these days. Every 2-liter SUV has twin exhaust pipes, which are usually just large plastic trim pieces with a tiny end of pea shooter exhaust. If you look closely, buried in the back of many cars now is the actual exhaust, and sometimes even only one of the pipes is connected. There's nothing wrong with having a single exhaust pipe like we used to in the olden days. Heck, even some race cars have a single pipe now. Every customer seems to demand the race car appearance for a shopping cart price, and every other car in the parking lot has twin exhausts. Number 2. Massive grills. Another prominent trend in the last couple of years has been oversized grills. I mean, come on, they're getting insane now. Thought to be aimed at appeasing a status-conscious Chinese market, many brands have sought to enlarge their grills bigger than ever. Whilst prominent old grills of the past were necessary due to poor cooling technology and large engines, today's vehicles don't really need them to be so large, yet large they are. As a BMW fan, unfortunately, they've become the worst culprits of this trend, with the X7 having a grille almost as large as the entire front end. The 4 Series isn't much better either, replacing the fairly conservative F32 model with normal-sized kidney grills with 2 massive Angry Bird-like nostril at the front of the car with engines becoming smaller and more efficient. Grills should in fact be shrinking in size, to Mac, but alas for the sake of portraying your rich status to the world we now have ugly girls everywhere. Number 1 SUVs, sport utility vehicles or otherwise. Known in some circles as silly, ugly vehicles are a trend that just refused to die. In fact, there's more SUVs spawning this year than Hacker. In Call of Duty, SUVs are now so popular that Ford just set it and jump ship altogether for cars in the USA, and now they only make truck and SUVs. Volvo got in on the game. Pretty much any SUV configuration you cloud. Imagine what worse is now that electrification is becoming a thing. Instead of buying little eco-friendly cars, people are buying massive 2.5-ton SUVs like the Audi e-tron that need huge-ass batteries, meaning manufacturers have to dig up half of Africa to find the minerals to build the thing so eco-friendly. The issue with SUVs is that they're less maneuverable, less fuel efficient, less safe for pedestrian, and more expensive to buy. Yes, they're larger externally, but unfortunately due to their raised floors and squished roof lines, they're often no larger for passengers than their smaller car-like siblings. But we get it, you really need that raised ground clearance for all the rock crawling and river crossings you'll be doing running little Jimmy into school in Ohio. So there you are, my top 6 most annoying cars trend of this year. Which trends did I miss? Let me know in the comments below. I'll try to respond to everyone in the first 30 minutes, except the haters of course. Cheers music, thank you.